My question is around the challenges that we're currently facing.
The challenges, yes.
And can you speak about how they are linked to ancient times?
How they are linked to ancient times. Well, as our vehicle was explaining to you, the ancient times are not so ancient. And cycles occur, just as you have the seasonal cycles, the daily cycles, the yearly cycles. The visitors from long ago, they are still alive. And they have unfinished business here. And they have karma. Now, people hear the word karma and they think, oh, I must have done something wrong. It's not necessarily that. Our vehicle was explaining to you about the Creator. Who is the Creator? The Creator, it's unknown. We don't know who the maker or the creator is. No one does, but everyone knows of it. It's not a man, it's not a woman, it's not a location in another galaxy. It's not found in a black hole, it's not found anywhere, yet it is everywhere. It is a presence of intelligence that is in everything. And if you were switched on, you could go down to the seaside and pick up a pinch of sand and hold that sand and say, "Sand, tell me the story." And the sand would know the story because the sand is part of the Creator. So understand this, that you are part of the Creator, the Anunnaki are part of the Creator, and you may say then, well, why did that Creator let those Anunnakis do these bad things and mess us up? Or why does the Creator let these globalists poison us with chemtrails and GMOs and Wi-Fi and all of this? The Creator is allowing. The Creator is curious. The Creator is in all things, good and evil. And the Creator knows that what is put out is going to come back. You come up with this term called karma. It simply is a definition of how energy is used. So now, from knowing the Anunnaki story, they came here, they got gold, and they decided to build some humans, and they were not nice to them, and then one of the gods says, too bad if they die in the flood, don't warn them, let's just harass them, use them. This is not good karma. And of course, that sort of misuse of the Creator's energy is the problems that the Anunnakis have. It's sort of now blowback has come back to them. You know, sometimes on Earth you see someone do something and you shake your head. You say, well, what goes around comes around. It's going to come back. Or you see someone on the highway, they cut you off and they are a rude driver. Our vehicle says, ticket. She knows if she points and says ticket that someone's going to give that person a ticket. Use that technique as well, please. It's powerful. Oh yes, of course, you have the power. This is a little wand, the finger, you know. No, the finger is definitely a wand. So you don't want to point it at someone to lecture them. But if someone does something out of harmony, then you can say, ticket. Or you can look at a world leader and say, karma now. You understand the power we are talking about? It's not being violent, it's simply calling it for as it is. So, challenges and how it's connected to ancient times. These Anunnaki are into it past their eyeballs, because what they have set into motion is coming back on them in such confusion. You are feeling it on Earth. The world leaders are all out of integrity. You haven't had a good person in charge in a long, long, long time. The people that are in charge of your world are corrupted by either monies or sexuality. Money corruption's all right. But nobody makes a big deal about someone if they've stolen billions of dollars. So they're not highly blackmailable. But sexual indiscretions, sexual secrets, sexual deviations, someone putting on the tap dance on Sunday, but Sunday night working with the cult underground, highly desirable for a world leader. Why? Because then that person has to do what they are told. And every powerful person on the planet is answering to someone above them, either a physical or a non-physical. This is the nature of how this is. Who is it? It's all manner of connections, all manners. In Europe, you have the Rothschilds. They've long been Redshields. They've long been connected to the occult and receiving data through the dimensions, and they will do anything to have power. Wars, money, drugs, chemies, pharmaceuticals. It's all about money and corruption and rulership. All this is coming to a conclusion. This is how ancient times, the karma of ancient times, is all winding itself down. On the other hand, you have handfuls. That's not exactly the right term, but you have a lesser number of people on the planet who are being given inspiration and solutions. Some of these solutions are new ways to heal cancer, new ways to understand the body, new ways to switch on, new ways to reduce pollution, more effective ways to grow food, ways to reduce or to eliminate radiation. You have this control of chaos, and then you have this rising of good people, of good intention, who see, maybe don't always understand completely, but they see and they're being helped, so that all of humankind, or those interested, their experience can be elevated. So our main message is, please do not despair, and understand that what's happening from long ago is all unfolding now. By 2027, the end of the changeover years, there will be many less people on the planet. And the people that are here are going to have their eyes opened wide. And more than likely, in the next few years, or even sooner, someone, perhaps the Pope, because he is their likely candidate. You notice how humbly he dresses compared to his predecessor? Notice that he's a Jesuit. The Jesuits have always been at war with the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church has never allowed the Jesuits to gain any power, but the Jesuits are the ones who have the big observatories and telescopes, and they watch the heavens. Now, why would those in the Catholic Church be watching the heavens? They are looking for the return of the Anunnaki. And it looks as if it's either going to happen or they're going to stage an event, and this Pope has been put into position to eventually win the trust of humans, and he has the most to gain, the least to lose, to make the announcement that some sort of return of God is imminent. Remember this. And he's going to go before the U.S. Congress, and he's going to speak before the UN. Historical precedents all thrown out the window, and he's going to do this at the end of September. And many people are pointing to the month of September as being a time of opening many changes on the planet. This is why it is essential that we came here to Ireland, a gracious host country that welcomes people from all over Europe to come and hear the story, and to come to give you some idea, perhaps to piece things together so that you will feel more stable. Remember, each of you wanted to be alive now, and you are guided, and your soul is stronger than you think. Keep your wits about you, and you will do well. All right, so let's move into more questions. Who would like to ask?